As I indicated, this is an area of learning for us. We have recently experienced foreign interference from the PRC, and we're going to have to learn how to deal with that. And you've been dealing with that for many years now. So as Taiwan faces this time of peril, of increasing tensions, which you articulated in your remarks very well, we anticipate that Canada will be there with you.
现在有请有院长来到台前为我们致辞。Now I would like to invite President Yu to deliver his welcome remarks.
马凯主席，各位加拿大的各位贵宾，各位同仁，各位理事、各位先生、媒体的朋友，大家晚安。
The Honorable John Mackay, Chair of the Canadian House of Commons Committee on National Defense, distinguished members of the delegation, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media, good evening.
有机会与马凯主席阁下所率领的各位加拿大的贵宾来见面，感到非常的荣幸。仅代表台湾国会表达竭诚的欢迎。今天虽然是第一次与各位见面，但我个人的感觉是一见如故，因为我到过加拿大已经有许多次，曾经到过的地方包括多伦多、蒙特罗、渥太华、埃德温顿，还有Vancouver、魁北克等地。在加拿大，我有许多好朋友，我深深觉得加拿大真的是一个既美丽又伟大的国家。
It is my great honor to meet with Chairman Mackay and all of our distinguished guests from Canada. On behalf of Taiwanese Parliament, I want to extend a most sincere welcome to you all. We are meeting one another for the first time today, but I feel like we are friends already because I have been to Canada many times. I've been to Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, Edmonton, Vancouver, and Quebec. And I have many good friends in Canada. I'm deeply impressed by Canada. It really is a beautiful and great country.
加拿大是民主国际的坚强支柱，台加两国都是崇尚自由、民主、人权的国家。借此机会，我要代表台湾国会感谢贵国一直以来支持台湾有意义的参与 WHO、ICAO 等国际组织。贵国杜鲁道总理曾经以2020年公开支持我国以观察员身份出席 WHO。2021年4月14日，再度以国会公开重申相同立场。贵国国会2021年也有104位跨党派联邦参众议员以参与联署或个别致函等方式支持台湾参与 WHO 加入跨太平洋伙伴全面进步协定及签署台加投资促进暨保障协定等，明确表达加国朝野跨党派支持台湾国际参与的立场。借此机会，仅代表台湾国会向贵国致上崇高的敬意和谢意。
Canada is a strong pillar of global democracy. Taiwan and Canada are both countries that value freedom, democracy, and human rights. On behalf of the Taiwanese Parliament, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Canada for its continued support for Taiwan's meaningful participation in international organizations such as the WHO and ICAO. Prime Minister Trudeau publicly supported Taiwan's participation in the WHO as an observer in 2020. He reiterated the same stance in the Parliament on April 14, 2021. In the same year, 104 cross-party members of the Canadian Parliament either signed petitions or wrote letters individually to support Taiwan's participation in the WHO, Taiwan's bid to join the CPTPP, and the signing of a foreign investment promotion and protection agreement with Taiwan. This clearly demonstrates Taiwan's cross-party support of Taiwan's international participation. On behalf of the Taiwanese Parliament, I would like to express our sincere respect and gratitude to Canada.
贵国杜鲁道总理对中国的战狼外交及霸权崛起有深刻的体会。贵国前外交人员康明凯与商人斯帕佛曾经遭受中国关押1000多个日子，就是最显著的例证。因此，总理也公开呼吁全球志同道合的国家应该团结起来，避免被中国分化。我要借此呼吁国际，经济固然很重要，但是如果失去自由、平等、博爱，人类将堕入弱肉强食的深渊，回到不文明的世界。我们将无法对子孙及后世历史交代。中国是一个威权体制的国家，经济崛起后，对内压迫对外扩张，在其国内种族灭绝、宗教迫害、伤害人权层出不穷。对外，在香港违反一国两制的对英诺言，在南海违反无意军事化的对美承诺，在全球推动“一带一路”遂行战狼外交，甚至声称中国对台湾海峡享有主权。其行为不只造成印太地区的紧张，也对全球和平稳定造成巨大的威胁。
I believe Prime Minister Trudeau has a deep understanding of China's wolf warrior diplomacy and its hegemonic rise. The fact that Canada's former diplomat Michael Kovrig and businessman Michael Spavor were detained by China for over 1,000 days says it all. As a result, Prime Minister Trudeau has publicly called on like-minded countries to stand together and not be divided by China. I want to take this opportunity to tell the international community that yes, economy is indeed very important. However, if we lose the values of freedom, equality, and fraternity, then mankind will fall into the abyss of survival of the fittest, and we will go back to an uncivilized world. And how can we face our next generation if that happens? China is an authoritarian regime that has been oppressing its citizens and expanding its influence after its economic rise. Within its borders, it conducts genocide, religious persecution, and human rights abuses. Internationally, China has broken its promise to the UK that Hong Kong would be governed under the one country, two systems policy, broken its promise to the US not to militarize the South China Sea, pushed its Belt and Road Initiative, used wolf warrior diplomacy, and even claimed sovereignty over the Taiwan Strait. China's actions have not only caused tensions in the Indo-Pacific region, but also pose a significant threat to global peace.
去年11月，贵国发布印太战略文件，明确指出中国是一个日益具破坏性的全球强权，并认为中国越来越无视国际规范，企图成为印太区域的霸权，并塑造对其更有利且与家国理念背道而驰的国际秩序与价值观。近年来，中国对加拿大以原子外交、经济胁迫、窃取科研成果、干预选举、恫吓控制华裔公民等方式，谋取政治利益、扩张影响力。类似现象也同样发生在台湾。马凯主席此行访台之前曾经提到，希望与台湾的国会议员交流如何因应外国的势力干预。今天在座我的同姐们，这都是这方面的专家，希望今天的双向交流对彼此会带来丰硕的注意。
Last November, Canada released its Indo-Pacific strategy, which pointed out that China is an increasingly disruptive global power that It increasingly disregards international rules and norms, that it has ambitions to become the leading power in the region, and that it's looking to shape the international order into a more permissive environment for interests and values that increasingly depart from those of Canada. In recent years, China has been trying to achieve political gains or expand its influence by using tactics such as hostage diplomacy, economic coercion, R&D theft, interfering in elections, and controlling Chinese Canadians by intimidation. China is doing the same to Taiwan. Before his visit to Taiwan, Chairman McKay mentioned that he hopes to exchange ideas with Taiwanese legislators on how to deal with foreign interference. Today, we have with us legislators who are experts in this field, and we hope today's discussions will yield fruitful results.
最后，我要再度感谢加拿大国会对台湾的支持。台湾与加拿大是理念相近，双方共享自由民主价值，共同捍卫以人权法治为基础的国际秩序。近年来，并透过全球合作及训练架构，就各项全球议题协力合作。未来，台湾一定会继续为促进印太区域的和平、稳定及繁荣而努力，呼吁全球民主国际同心协力，奋斗不懈，共谋全球的和平繁荣。最后，敬致各位贵宾旅途愉快，平安顺心，谢谢大家。
In closing, I would like to once again extend my gratitude to the Canadian Parliament for its staunch support of Taiwan. Taiwan and Canada are like-minded countries who share the values of freedom and democracy, defend human rights, and the rules-based international order. In addition, our two countries have been working together in recent years to address global issues under the Global Cooperation and Training Framework. Moving forward, Taiwan will continue to strive for peace, stability, and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific. We urge democracies around the world to work together in solidarity to jointly promote global peace and prosperity. Finally, I wish you all a pleasant and safe journey. Thank you.
谢谢尤院长。接着有请马凯主席来到台前为我们致辞。Then I would like to welcome the Honorable Mackay to share a few words with us.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your very warm welcome. As you can see, I've brought with me quite a delegation of all of the parties in the House of Commons, and this is a security and defense emphasis for us, and a number of my colleagues hold very significant positions in their roles as committee members of the House of Commons. We have the Justice Committee represented here, we have the Defense Committee represented here, the Foreign Affairs Committee represented here, the Canada-China Committee represented here, the Public Safety Committee represented here, and if I missed anybody? NSICOP. Oh, that's yes, at NSICOP. That's our committee that deals with foreign interference. So as I indicated to the press when we were in Canada, this is an area of learning for us, and for those who have. Translation. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Go ahead.
Allow me to translate. 首先，非常感谢院长刚才的热情欢迎。如您所见，我们这个访团人数算是非常的庞大。我们代表加拿大所有的大的政党。我们此行前来要着重讨论的重点就是安全以及国防。那么我的同仁在各个委员会里面都扮演非常重要的角色以及位置。我们今天的成员包括来自司法委员会，还有国防、外交、加拿大中国关系特别委员会。安全以及国际人权委员会，那么我们此行前来就是希望跟台湾这边多多交流。
As I indicated, this is an area of learning for us. We have recently experienced foreign interference from the PRC, and we're going to have to learn how to deal with that. And you've been dealing with that for many years now, and so we are particularly looking forward to that conversation. You also mentioned, Mr. Speaker, that economics are important, but I would say values are more important. And one of the interesting things, as I have come here over the years, I think this is my 4th or 5th visit to Taiwan, the interesting way in which Canada's values and Taiwan values seem to be merging.
如同我所说，我们此行前来是要跟台湾互相分享、互相学习。近来加拿大遭受到很严重的外来势力干预，尤其是来自中国。那么我们希望跟台湾学习对抗中国干预的这个经验，因为台湾已经有许多年的经验，我们非常期待在这方面的讨论。还有刚才院长提到，经济固然重要，但是我必须说，我认为更重要的是我们的价值。我近几年来已经访台大概4、5次，那我近年来看到台湾与加拿大之间的价值是越来越一致，越来越契合。
So as Taiwan faces this time of peril, of increasing tensions, which you articulated in your remarks very well, we anticipate that Canada will be there with you. Because you are one of the outstanding democracies, not only of Asia, but of the world. And you are to be commended for the journey you've been on the last 30, 40 years. It is a remarkable journey by anyone's standards. So, sir, I thank you for your warm welcome. I look forward to our conversations as we move forward and have something to eat. And if we're not quite as sharp as we usually are, bear in mind that back home in Toronto, it's 5:30 in the morning. And for others, it's 1:30 in the morning. So we might be feeling a little jet lag. So thank you, sir.
那么院长，我们知道台湾认为现在处在一个充满险境的时代，而世界的这个紧张情势也越来越升高。但是我们加拿大相信，我们加拿大一定会与台湾团结站在一起，因为我们也知道台湾不仅是亚洲，也是全世界最卓越的民主之一。台湾在过去30-40年来民主化的这个历程，实在是无人能及，非常的杰出。在这边我也要再次感谢院长的热情接待，也非常期待接下来我们在晚宴时候的交流。那在这边要跟院长说一声，假如我们今天表现的反应不是那么快，那请院长要记得，因为我们有时差，现在在加拿大是早上5点半，对有一些同仁来说，他们的家乡是1点半凌晨，所以要请院长多多见谅，谢谢。
谢谢马凯主席 ，Thank you, the Honorable Mackay.